Hi, boys and girls. Before we start our new story this week, I wanted to review some of your old sight words before I introduce your new ones. Okay, ready? Old. Try. Use. Oh, I can't get it out. Wash. More. Door. Mother. Once. Done. Work. Laugh. Soon. Were. Great. Talk. Paper. And your new words this week, boys and girls, are few, window, story, world, shall, loudly, night, and noise. All right, boys and girls, what we're going to be doing next, is we're going to be playing a game called Sweet, Sour, or Disgusting. So I'm going to get my sweets and sours and something disgusting on a plate. If you want to play, you can. If not, you can just watch. I'm going to have my son, Jake, do this with me. And we're each going to get a stack of cards, and we're going to put a little mark on the back. So we're each going to get a stack so we don't know what we're going to pick. And we're going to put SW for sweet, SR for sour, and D for disgusting. So we'll be right back and get ready to join us to play. All right, guys, so we're back. That's Jake. All right, so we each got a stack of cards, and we each had to write SW for sweet, SR for sour, or D for disgusting. So our sour that we chose were lemon slices. Our sweets are Starburst jelly beans. And our disgusting was a choice. So me and Jake don't like mayonnaise. I like it in like tuna fish and eggs out, but just not by itself. We picked this ginger stuff that I bought because it was on sale. We picked a little bit of hot sauce, which to me is not disgusting. So if I ate this, I'd be okay. And jalapeno peppers, which again, Miss Savelle would eat. So Jake gets to choose from 4. I'm only going to get to choose from 2 for disgusting. And we each have a bottle of water. Okay, so I'm going to open my water just in case. And we're going to get started. Now, the way we play this game is we have to read the sight word and then see what letter is on the back. All right, Jake, you want to go first?
Sure.
Okay, what's the word?
Sour.
No, what's the word?
Oh, the word is paper.
All right, so he has to do something sour. Okay, so go ahead and get a lemon.
I actually kind of like lemon, so. Oh, no.
All right, so here, you want to put that over here on the napkin and put that on here. Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Window. And I got something sweet.
Boo.
Yay.
Boo.
All right, go ahead. What's the word?
Oh, the word is world. World.
And?
Sour again.
Something sour for Jake. Hopefully we have enough lemons.
Oh.
All right, my turn.
Nasty.
Loudly. And I got something sour this time. All right, I'm going to take a little piece. Tiny piece. Ugh. All right. Oh. All right, Jake's turn.
Sour again.
What's the word?
The word is noise.
Noise. Yeah, so we got to make sure we're practicing our sight words. Okay, so go ahead and put that down.
Sour again.
All right, so I'm going to actually, wait, Jake, I'm going to cut these lemons in half, okay?
Okay.
So give us 1 second, boys and girls. All right, boys and girls. Sorry, I had to make sure we had enough lemons for the rest of the video. All right, my turn. The word is try. And I got something sweet again. So here we go. All right, remember to say the word first.
Wash. I'm going to need some water. Here's a sentence. I'm going to need some water to wash whatever I'm eating.
He got disgusting. So Jake has to choose what he's going to try. Now, you don't even have to eat the pepper. You can just dip your finger in the juice if you want. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so he's going to dip his finger in jalapeno juice. All right?
Oh.
And?
Actually, I can handle it. I don't need water.
Okay, but is it hot?
Yes.
All right, Miss Abel's turn. Door. And I got something sweet again. So I love these jelly beans.
This is work. And here's the thing. Here's a sentence. This game isn't working.
He got disgusting again, boys and girls. So he's going to dip his finger again in more jalapeno juice.
Actually.
We can't see him. He's dipping his finger in it. I wouldn't eat one.
Why?
I don't think you can handle it. Seriously. I would just literally just lick your finger.
Okay.
All right. Close the lid.
Oh. Oh.
All right, Miss
It reached the throat. Oh.
Miss Abel's turn.
Oh.
The next word is want.
Ugh.
And I got something sour.
It's a half as bad.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to eat a lemon.
Ugh.
Washing down my sweet jelly beans. All right, Jake's turn. Say the word first.
Soon.
Go ahead. And he got disgusting again. All right, Jake, what are you picking? Same thing. Just take a sip of water.
No, I'm fine.
I know, but take a sip of water if you need it. Okay? All right, he's just going to stick with the jalapeno. I don't know why. I would be chasing the ginger or something.
What?
What on?
I smelled it. It's terrible.
All right. All right, take a sip of water so we don't. All right, Miss Abel's turn. Great. I must be great at this game because I got another sweet. All right, I'm eating a sweet. All right, Jake, your turn.
More. Here's a sentence. I don't want any more of this game.
Jake got disgusting again. All right, Jake, pick something.
I'm going to smell the ginger.
Do you want me to take one for you? I'll take one.
Nope.
I'll take one.
Nope.
All right.
How about this, boys and girls? Every time I get a new disgusting, I have to dip my finger further.
No, just dip your finger. Come on. All right. Good?
Actually starting to get used. No.
Next word is talk. And Miss Abella got sweet. Ooh, I'm going to have to go to the dentist with all these sweet things I'm eating. All right, Jake's turn. Say the word first.
Laugh. And I finally got something sweet. Yay!
All right, go ahead.
Oh, my God.
All right, my turn. I got story. We are going to be talking about story structure when we read the story, and I got sweet. I'm going to be eating all these jelly beans. It's going to ruin my diet. Go ahead.
Phew. And I got sour.
All right, Jake got a sour. He's going to eat a lemon. I'm curious who had the word mother, but mother and Miss Abella got her first disgusting. All right, so I'm going to try this ginger.
Ooh, you want this?
It does smell really, really bad. Okay. It looks like applesauce, like a baby food.
Go ahead, take some more.
I'm good. You just dipped your finger. I'm good. All right, I'm going to get my water ready. Ugh. Okay.
I mean, it actually says
It's not too bad.
I'll deal on seafood, chicken, sushi, veggies, and more.
Ideal, meaning it's good to put on those things.
Yeah.
It's not bad. All right, your turn.
And
Let's
it's
keep
not
going.
that much, only 15 calories. Old.
All right,
And I got sweet.
All right, your turn. How'd you know I was going to get that word? Did you write that?
No.
Oh. All right. Next one is done. Done. We are almost done our cards, and I got another sweet. I'm going to try another red jelly bean. They're Starburst flavored too, so I love them.
I shall have another sour lemon.
Oh, sour. Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, we have 3 more cards to go, boys and girls. My word is were. Were. And I got a sour, so I'm going to eat a lemon. Oh. All right, 2 more to go.
Use. I'm going to use my water bottle on this next one because I got disgusting.
All right, Jake's up for disgusting. He had disgusting like 5 times. You're not going to eat it, so just take.
Why not?
Because I don't think you can handle it. They're hot. All right, close the lid. All right.
And after all the times I've had it, I've eventually gotten used to it.
And the last one, boys and girls, the word is night. And Miss Avella got sour for night. All right. So thanks for joining us. This was a sweet, sour, disgusting game. And we just want to make, learning your sight words a little fun. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to watch a short clip. Your sight words are going to be hidden in candy bars and candy. So look for them. And remember, you're going to have to write them down and tell me where you found them. All right, guys. See you later.
Bye.
All right, boys and girls. So this time I did candy bars. So your sight words are right here on the side. I'm going to present this and make it bigger. Your sight words are right here. Night, shall, loudly, window, noise, story, world, and few. Okay, so I'm just going to move my name. I'm going to move my face. Sorry. I'm going to move for a little bit. Give you about 2 minutes to take a look. And then you can pause this video at home or you can have your parents. I'll print it up for them as well. So I'm going to step away. I'm going to give you like 2 minutes. Take a look and see if you can find the sight words. All right, so that was probably about 2 minutes. And if it wasn't long enough, I will send this to your parents as well. And so remember what you have to do. Write the word night. Tell me what cereal, what candy bar you found it in. Shall, again. So you're going to have 8 sight words and 8 candy bars next to it. All right. Have fun, boys and girls. We will talk in a bit. Let me exit out of here. Hey guys, before we start our news story, I wanted to go over our old skill, our old target skill. Remember, was cause and effect. And remember, the cause is the reason something happened, and the effect is the result of what happened. So remember, we said like the boy was running down the hall. Because the boy was running down the hall, what was the effect? He got in trouble by the principal, or he fell and got hurt. Well, this week, our target skill is going to be story structure. And this is also another skill that we're going to review. We've already talked about story structure, and we're going to be talking about the characters in the story. Remember, characters can be animals, they could be things, they could be people. We're going to be talking about the setting of the story, when and where it happened. And I gave some specifics like the location, the time of day. Was it morning? Was it night? What was the season like? Was it cold? Was it sunny? Was it rainy? There's a lot you could tell about the setting. And then, of course, the plot. And I made it look like a little roller coaster because you start in the beginning of the story and you go up to the middle and then you go down to the end. So this week's story we're going to be reading is called The Garden, and it's from Frog and Toad together. And it's such a great time of season right now to plant your own garden. So we're going to watch a short song about growing a garden. Now, if you want to start your own, if you send me your address, tell your parents to send me your address, I will send you your own pack of seeds. That's right, so you can start your own flower garden. So let's watch a song, see how flowers grow, what do they need, and remember, if you send me your address, I will send you some flower seeds. All right, let's start the song, boys and girls. All right, so we're going to get started, and we're going to watch this song about growing plants.
Wow, so a tree is a plant too. My favorite plant is this tree because the tree school is in it.
My favorite is the dandelion.
Hey, that's my lunch.
You know, finches really do love to eat dandelions. It's so fun to watch the tree schoolers discover their favorite plants. They're all so different. But did you know that every plant, no matter how big or how small, starts out as a tiny seed? Every seed, yes, everyone has a tiny plant inside. A tiny plant and a little food to help it open wide. When placed in soil and watered right, a little seedling grows. The roots will reach down low. The roots will then take hold. The plant finds its way through the soil. It somehow knows which way to go. It pushes and reaches and stretches, getting stronger as it grows. So grow, little seed, grow, little seed, grow. Every plant, yes, everyone, has leaves on either side. Leaves then open wide to gather air and light. All the vegetables and every fruit, all flowers and all vines, and every single tree, each started as a seed. The plant finds its way through the soil. It somehow knows which way to go. It pushes and reaches and stretches, getting stronger as it grows. So grow, little seed, grow, grow, little seed, grow. Yes, every flower, everyone has little seeds inside. And when each flower dies, the seeds will fall nearby.
Okay, so if you listen to that song, you're going to know that the seeds need soil, right? They need light and they need water. Well, we're going to read a story in just a moment called The Garden, and it's about Frog and Toad, and they're also planting a garden. Let's find out what happens. I'll see you in just a moment. All right, welcome back, boys and girls. So this is our story, The Garden, from Frog and Toad together. And it is a fantasy story. So it's a story that could not happen in real life. You're going to see animals who act like people and events that could not really happen. And you can see right there, you can see Frog and Toad, and it looks like they are in a garden. And my first question is, what grows in a garden? Well, what do you think grows in a garden, boys and girls? Flowers. So if you send me your address, remember, I will send you some flower seeds and maybe you can start your own garden. Frog was in his garden and Toad came walking by. What a fine garden you have, Frog, he said. Yes, said Frog. It is very nice, but it was hard work. I wish I had a garden, said Toad. Here are some flower seeds. Plant them in the ground, said Frog, and soon you will have a garden. How soon? Asked Toad. Quite soon, said Frog. Toad ran home. He planted the flower seeds. Now, seeds, said Toad, start growing. Toad walked up and down a few times. The seeds did not start to grow. Toad put his head close to the ground and said loudly, Now, seeds, start growing. Toad looked at the ground again. The seeds did not start to grow. I think we're coming into our first problem, right? So we have two characters, right? We have Toad and Frog. And Frog has this nice big garden and Toad wants one. So he's trying to get the seeds to grow. Let's see what happens. Toad put his head very close to the ground and shouted, Now, seeds, start growing. What is all this noise? Frog asked, come running up the path. My seeds will not grow, said Toad. You are shouting too much, said Frog. These poor seeds are afraid to grow. My seeds are afraid to grow? Asked Toad. What words are repeated on these pages? Let's see. Do you remember what they were? I was yelling them pretty loud. What do you think they are? Start growing, right? And he says it twice. He says it over here. Now seeds start growing. And then he screams it. Now seeds start growing. Of course, said Frog. Leave them alone for a few days. Let the sun shine on them. Let the rain fall on them. Soon, your seeds will start to grow. So he's trying to give him some advice about gardening. If I was him, I'd probably listen if I saw his garden, right? That night, Toad looked out his window. Drat, said Toad. My seeds have not started to grow. They must be afraid of the dark. Toad went out to his garden with some candles. I will read the seeds a story, said Toad. Then they will not be afraid. Toad read a long story to his seeds. What is Toad's problem, boys and girls? What is his problem? And how is he trying to solve it? What's his problem? His seeds, right? He wants his seeds to grow. And he's trying to solve it by reading to them or yelling at them. He thinks that's the way to go. All the next day, Toad sang songs to his seeds. All the next day, Toad read poems to his seeds. And all the next day, Toad played music for his seeds. Toad looked at the ground. The seeds still did not start to grow. What shall I do? Cried Toad. These must be the most frightened seeds in the whole world. Then Toad felt very tired and he fell asleep. He seems pretty sad. Toad! Toad! Wake up, said Frog. Look at your garden. Toad looked at his garden. Little green plants were coming up out of the ground. At last, shouted Toad, my seeds have stopped being afraid to grow. And now you will have a nice garden too, said Frog. Yes, said Toad, but you were right, Frog. It was very hard work, and he's like patting his head because he's like sweating. So let's talk about the story, boys and girls. All right, well, first, let's talk about the characters, okay? Because characters can be people, they can be animals, they can be things. So who were the characters in the story? They were animals, right? It was Frog and Toad, right? And the setting of the story. Do you think it's wintertime? Do you think it's fall? Do you think it's spring, summer? Because remember, the setting, boys and girls, can tell you when and where the story happened. So I would say it happened in the springtime, right? Because that's when flowers and seeds are starting to grow. And where at? Where was the location of the story mostly? Well, mostly at the garden, right? Because that's where most of everything happened in the story. Now, in the beginning of the story, Toad approaches Frog and he sees this beautiful garden, right? And he says, I would love a garden like that. And Frog offers him some seeds. So Toad plants the seeds, right? But the seeds don't start to grow yet. So the problem is Toad thinks, right? Toad thinks that these seeds should just magically grow. So he tries all these things to get them to grow. He reads to them. He writes poems for them. He sings to them. He even reads to them at night under candles. And at the end, his seeds actually do grow. But did Toad need to do all of that for his seeds to grow? What do you think? Well, do you remember the song that we just listened to right before the story, right? What actually helped the seeds grow? Do you think it was Toad? Or do you think it was maybe the sun, the rain, the light, the soil? I don't know. What do you think, boys and girls? All right, great job. I love that you came to listen. When you meet with me on Thursday to talk about the story, remember, I'm going to ask you about the characters. I'm going to ask you about the setting. And I'm going to ask you what happened in the beginning of the story, the middle, and the end. All right, boys and girls, great seeing you. And I will see you on Thursday for our live session. Talk to you later. Hey guys, sorry I said goodbye. I totally forgot that we have a question to answer. All right, so it says, what would you plant in a garden and how would you take care of the garden? Well, would you do what Toad did? Would you sing to it or read to it or have candle lights for it so it's not in the dark? What would you do to take care of the garden? So the first part, we have 2 questions to answer though, right? So question number 1 and then question number 2. So make sure you're answering both parts, right? So I'm going to start us off. What would you plant in a garden? I would plant, I always want to do my question again. Let me see if I have a better marker than this one. Oh, let's see here, boys and girls. This might actually be it. All right, we'll use this one. I would plant roses in my garden. Roses are beautiful flowers. And this A just looped up, boys and girls. So sorry about that. That is an A, and then that's a separate U. So let me just make sure you see that. They just connected, okay? So sorry about that. Oh, you can't even see me writing. All right. So it says, I would plant roses in my garden. And I gave you a reason why. Roses are beautiful flowers. And you can see I put a correction here. It's AU. This is AU too, but I just connected it. So I just want to make sure you know it's separate, okay? All right, now, how would I take care of the garden? Okay, well, now I'm going to use my sequence words, okay? I can take care of my garden. I can take care of my garden by following these steps. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, but that's where you're going to pick up. So it says, what would you plant in a garden? That's your first part, right? How would you take care of the garden? That's your second part. I would plant roses in my garden. That's Miss Avella's flower. Maybe you're going to plant daisies. Maybe you're going to plant veggies. So I would plant in my garden. Roses are beautiful flowers. That's why I chose to do that. I can take care of my garden by following these steps. Okay, so hold on, boys and girls, 1 second. All right, so the rest is up to you. So when you're doing your writing response, I want to make sure you have those transition words, right? So I can take care of my garden by following these steps. So you're going to use words like first. What would you do first? Next. What would you do next? Then. What would you do then? And then finally. So make sure you're telling me, number one, what would you plant in your garden and why, right? And then how are you taking care of your garden? So when you're saying how you're taking care of it, there should be multiple ways you're doing it. Are you doing it like Toad did? Are you going to read to them, sing to them, play the violin? You decide. So on Thursday, when we meet up, we're going to talk about your response. But before then, you can send me your writing response, and I'll make sure I put it up on the webpage. All right, boys and girls, talk to you later.